Hey friends, welcome to today's video. I am super excited to be sharing my top 20 favorite nail polishes for summer. There's honestly more than I could have included, but I just decided to stick to a swatch wheel to make it a little bit easier. So let's just get into it. So first up is XOXO jelly from Cirque Colors, and this is just a classic hot pink jelly nail polish. I just love hot pink nails for the summer, and I think jellies are especially cute in the summertime, so this one just had to be in here. If you aren't super aware, jellies are supposed to be very sheer so that you can build them up and then they look super juicy and cute. I personally like to wear them in two coats. Well, I actually like to wear them with glitter in between, but here's two coats. Super cute. Next up is Cali Girl from Auda Beauty, and this is another hot pink that is borderline neon. It is super bright. I'm wearing it on my thumb on my right hand there, so you can see it's pretty bright on two coats. I feel like it almost wants to lean red, but it's definitely a hot pink. So this one has a bit of a crelly formula, so it's a little bit more buildable if you're not into the jelly finish, but you want something that's still super bright, super hot, and just a little juicy. I think this is a great alternative. I love this shade. And here's a little thumb comparison. Now, if you want neon, I have Cirque Colors Pyro, which just recently came out in their Vice collection, and it is hot. It is like the perfect in-between of a neon orange and a neon red. It's just absolutely blindingly hot. It's just so good. The formula and this wide brush are just a dream. So yeah, if you aren't into jellies, but you're into neons, this is a great one. Next up is Peachy Keen from Different Dimension, and I just had to include this one because I am such a sucker for corally pinks with a gold shimmer running throughout. I don't know what it is about this combo, but it is just one of my absolute favorites. This one is so stunning, and I feel like it's just not picking up as bright as it actually is because of the neon next to it, probably. But it's just so gorgeous. I feel like when I see this color, I just think of, like, I don't know, a vacation on a beautiful resort. It's living your best life, kind of a manny color, you know? Or a petty color. I love this as a petty color too. She's gorgeous. So next up we have Tang from Olive Polish, and this actually came out last summer, but it is easily going to be a summer favorite every summer moving forward. It is just such a gorgeous orangey yellow shade. This is actually inspired by the drink Tang, if you couldn't guess, but it actually gives me more of like mango vibes, and what's more summery than a nice juicy mango, you know? So yeah, this is just a gorgeous polish all around. Can't recommend it enough. So next up is Glow Up from Nailtopia, and this is a pretty standard sunshine yellow cream. I love these types of shades of yellow in summer, especially because they're just so bright and cheery, and they just put me in such a good mood. If I'm not using it as a full manicure, I'm definitely using this within my nail art. It's just so bright, so I had to include it. And this one especially has such a gorgeous formula, so let me know if you've tried Nailtopia before and if you would consider grabbing this one. Next up is Citron Jelly from Cirque Colors, which also came out in their last glazed collection. And I really love this one because it's just such a cute shade of yellow for a jelly. I don't know about you, but a lot of the yellow jellies that I can think of just lean a little bit too dark or too amber, and I don't know, for me it's just not the most flattering shade. So I really love seeing this shade of yellow as a jelly. I think it's super cute on its own, or of course layered with some glitter, but it's just so refreshing. Next up is the iconic Electric Daisy from Cirque Colors. This came back in their Vice collection recently, and it is just so gorgeous. I usually am not a fan of like highlighter neon shades. So while I might not wear it as a full manicure, it's definitely going to be used in like nail art or at least like in a subtle way, like, you know, as a French tip or something. It's just so good for summer. So I know that this is the third time that Cirque has brought this shade back. So let me know if you've picked it up before. And if the neon is a little too much for you, I have Highway Glow from Live Love Polish, which has now been rebranded to Mooncat, but the color is still available under the same name. And this one is just so beautiful because it's another really bright and vibrant lime green cream, but it's not neon. I think it kind of wants to be neon because it still is super bright, and maybe it'll look a little bit more neon if your skin is anything darker than mine. But I think it just gives such a beautiful, refreshing pop of color. And I don't know, I think this shade just kind of reminds me of like limes floating in my drink or just like a nice ice cold margarita. I love it. Now moving on into the blues, we're starting with Hydrated from Color Department. And this one is just a very classic sky blue shade with such a gorgeous formula. Like it's applying like a dream. You just might have to be careful with loading up a little too much polish on your brush like I did here because it could probably flood your cuticles. So just be careful with that. But this one is just such a beautiful classic blue. Speaking of classics, next up we have Orly's Vintage. And this one is like the summer shade for me. I am obsessed with any aqua shade that is remotely similar to this. So there were a few that I wanted to include, but I think because Orly's Vintage is just so bright and vibrant, it's like another one of those that could almost be neon, you know? I just had to include it. It has a gorgeous formula, easily opaque for me in 2 coats, and yeah, I just don't know what else to say about it. This is like my summer color. Next up is Riding Waves from ILNP. And here's another shimmery, sparkly polish because I feel like it's been a while since I shared one. This one is very similar with the base color to Orly's Vintage, but it's way more sheer because there is this gorgeous holographic sparkle in there. So it's slightly jellyish. I'm just doing 2 coats on the swatch wheel, and you can definitely still see some patchiness in there. So you might need 3 coats on your nails, but it's still just such a gorgeous color that I think it's absolutely worth it. The sparkle is just so pretty. Next up is Sunken Splendor from Mooncat's Expedition Atlantis collection. And this one was easily my favorite from that collection. Again, just really into the aqua greenish blue type of colors for summer. And this one is just so freaking magical. There is just so much going on in this polish with the shimmers, the reflective glitters, the flakies. This one is also magnetic. So if you want something that is just really like dynamic and mermaidy, this is like the color for that. It's just so stunning. Next up is Beat You To It from KBShimmer, which I'm sorry because you can't get this anymore. This came out in a polish pickup a couple of months ago, but I had to include it because it is just the perfect beachy blue for the summer. This is just 1 coat and it is already insane. The coverage is so amazing. The formula is gorgeous. It's packed with shimmer and reflective glitter. Absolutely stunning. Luckily, KBShimmer does have a few other polishes that have this, super insane finish. But yeah, if you find this one in a D-stash, I would suggest you get it. So here's a little clip with flash so you can see those reflective glitters. Next up is Feel Bluetiful from OPI's Power of Hue collection, which also recently came out. And this one is a medium sky blue, kind of a base color, with this gorgeous golden shimmer. It is just so, so pretty. I feel like it reminds me of the sun reflecting off of the water. It's just so beautiful. I really love this one. It's one of my favorites from this collection, which I think is limited edition. So if you like it, I would go snag it before it's gone. Next up is Mercury's Tears from Mooncat, and I recently picked this up because every time I would see swatches of this, it would just blow my mind. It is a stunner. I know it probably looks a little underwhelming right now, but just trust me, okay? It's so pretty. So I love the combination of the indigo jelly base that is absolutely packed with shimmer that ranges from like a corally orange to like kind of a purpley pink. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the nail, you can sort of see a blue aqua shimmer. So here's a clip with more drastic lighting to really make that blue shimmer pop. It is just so beautiful. I am just blown away every time I see this. I can't wait to wear it as a full manicure. It just gives me mermaid vibes. So magical. Next up, we have another color department shade. This one is Grape Soda, and this one is just so beautiful. I really don't gravitate towards red leaning purples like this. I usually go for the blue leaning and then usually pastel or like a super dark purple. So this one is like right in the middle, and it is just so stunning. It has a gorgeous creamy formula. And yeah, I think it just hits different for summer, you know? Next up is Wildberry West from Cirque Colors. This one came out, I think, in last year's Cowboy collection, and this one was just one of my favorites. It is so, so gorgeous. I'm in love with the base color, with the vibrant shimmer, and most importantly, the really delicate but super sparkly holographic micro glitter that's in here. I feel like the vibes of this polish remind me of like going out with your friends on like a Friday night in the summer and just having a good time, you know? It's just so, so fun. And speaking of going out and having fun, I had to include Say Chic from the Discotheque collection from this year. I know I've included a number of Cirque colors, but they are just so, so gorgeous. This one is a really bright hot pink jelly. It is super sheer though. I think this is like one of the more sheer jellies that they've come out with, but it builds up to be this stunning, stunning shade. So I think for full opacity, you honestly might need like 3 to 4 coats depending on your nail length, but this color is absolutely worth it. Even on 2 coats, she is super cute. And last but certainly not least is Static Nails Pink is My Kink. Of course, we started with hot pink, we shall end with hot pink. And this one is a stunner. This one packs a punch. Every swatch that I've seen has been so blinding. It's insane. I definitely would consider this a neon. I'm not really sure if they market it as that, but it is just everything. If you just need one perfect hot pink neon, I would suggest this one. So here's my completed swatch wheel of my summer favorites. I really have fun doing these types of swatch wheels where it's not just a collection or, testing out formulas or comparisons, although those are great too. But it just really gets me in the habit of picking out polishes that I already have so that I can show them some love in the upcoming season. And here is another clip of the swatch wheel, this time with top coat and against my hand in the back so you can kind of see the opacity a little bit better. The majority, I think, that I picked are creams, which are solidly opaque on two coats, depending on your nail length. But as I mentioned, a few of these are jellies, which are made to be sheer so that you can layer them or sandwich some glitter in between. And some of these are specialty finishes, so they could require three, maybe even a fourth coat. I think the only one that might need a fourth coat for like total opacity is Say Chic, because it is just really, really sheer. But I think it's absolutely worth it. The color alone is just so pretty, but I know four coats is kind of a commitment. But yeah, that's what it looks like. All right, so I hope you had fun swatching these polishes with me today. I'm curious to know if I shared any of your summer favorites in my wheel, or if you're interested in getting any of these after the video now that I've shared them, because I think they're absolutely worth it. So I'll be leaving a list of everything in the description box below, but make sure to comment as well to let me know what you enjoy wearing in the summer, because I would love to chat about it. And before you go, actually, I would love to know what you think of my setup today. I would appreciate any feedback regarding the sound or lighting. I've always wanted to do videos like this, but have just been very nervous and apprehensive to get started. So again, I would appreciate anything, and I hope to do them more in the future soon. So thank you again for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.